Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Averett Sports Network. My name is Shane Mickle, and alongside me is Luis Martinez. We are back here in a nighttime Danville, Virginia on Daly Field, bringing to you the contest between the Averett University Cougars and the Hampden-Sydney College Tigers. Two teams coming in tonight on a homecoming Friday night for Averett University here coming into the contest. In this ODAC matchup against the Tigers, going to be definitely tightly contested here between the two matchups as the starting lineup for the Cougars. It's going to be number 0, Tyler Yates in goal, number 4, Sebastian Videgard, number 7, Max Goodry, number 10, Diego Gaffuni, number 18, John Thomas Buckley, number 23, Alexander Sorensen, number 25, Moises Garcia, number 29, Anton Lindberg, number 30, Jaime Vasquez Sanjuro, number 31, Oliver Kuschel, and number 33, Daniel Starr, rounding out the starting lineup for the Averett University Cougars.
And on the opposite side, we have Hampden-Sydney's starting lineup. Number 2, Stefan Yo. Number 10, Declan Shaw. Number 11, Drew Miller. Number 12, Pierce Bowerner. Number 17, Ethan Farmer. Number 18, Caden Sawyer. Number 20, Jackson Burkhart. Number 24, Jax Leville. Number 29, Mo Wumpini. Number 35, Justin Varela. And number 99, Garrett Hodges in goal for Hampden-Sydney.
So, yeah, like I said, both these teams, ODAC conference match up. Tigers and Cougars both coming off of draws in their last matchups, both on Wednesday night this past week. So coming into this contest on this Friday night, very hungry, standing at 5-3-5 through the regular season so far. 2-2-3 in conference are the Cougars, and Hampden-Sydney at 5-5-3, 2-3-1 in conference. So Louise, both teams trying to get their third win in conference here and project themselves maybe into the ODAC playoffs.
An absolutely great matchup here today, Shane. Both teams about equally in records, both in the ODAC and overall. Both teams are going to try to control that midfield and try to make sure their defenses don't allow any open mistakes in the backfield. We should see a very good matchup between both of these giants in the ODAC.
Yeah, Daniel Starr definitely going to be a player to watch here for the Averett University Cougars. Scored a late penalty in the matchup against Virginia Wesleyan this past week, so definitely going to be a player to watch as he drew that match for his squad with his late penalty. As well as John Thomas Buckley, who just finds a way to be everywhere on the pitch, Louise. You can tell by the pink cleats that he wears that, he's going to be somewhere at all given times.
Absolutely. You can't miss John Thomas Buckley on that pitch. He's absolutely everywhere, upfield, in the midfield, and playing defense, recovering the ball for his team. He just finds a great way to find open space and create chances for the Cougars to score, an absolute key piece to their success this season.
Yeah, so coming to you soon with kickoff. We will be right back on the Averett Sports Network here in a minute. back here on the Averett Sports Network as we're coming into this contest here in Danville, Virginia. Cougars look happy and hungry to be on the field. Once again, a home matchup for the squad. Tigers coming into here. Going to be exciting as, like you said, Luis, both teams very even in that record. See if that has anything to do with the competition or the fight tonight.
This Cougars team has been absolutely amazing in that midfield, controlling most of the possession in their matches against other ODAC teams and just overall in conference.
Yeah, as well as Tyler Yates back in goal for his squads. He's definitely going to have a big effect. The senior coming in with that experience, as the Cougars didn't have him for a couple games in the past couple weeks, but now back, like I said, on the home turf.
For Hampden-Sydney, top goal scorer, playing in 12 games, 5 goals and 2 assists, is Mo Wumpini, doing a great job of leading his team, trying to get them another win against the Cougars here. On the other side, for your Cougars, Daniel Starr played in 9 games, 6 goals, 1 assist, holds the top spot for top goal scorer for the Cougars, playing a very key role for them.
Yeah, Starr, that redshirt senior coming in from Virginia Tech, has been very important for the Cougars on the offensive side of the ball so far. See what effect he has here tonight. Going to be one of the first times, me personally, Luis, that I get to see him play. I have not seen a lot of Daniel Starr, so I'm very excited myself as a spectator.
I will tell you firsthand, Shane, that he is a very calm player on the ball. He understands the games at such a higher level, coming from Virginia Tech, transferring to Averett University. He has such an understanding of the game and such a kind of calmness on the ball, and he absolutely changes the way the rest of his team plays. He's absolutely a great asset for the Cougars.
Yeah, and with a midfield like Videgard, Gafuni, and Garcia, there's so much that is able to happen with that attack as well, being fed through that midfield. This is definitely one of the most talented Cougar squads I've seen in my time here being a senior. So Tigers definitely going to have their hands full tonight, but also no slouch themselves. Like we said, basically even on the record department so far on the year. Both teams going to be hungry into this matchup.
And it's going to be an Averett kickoff, as Goodry will line up about the midfield, ready to receive the ball from the official. That's a new one, eh, Shane?
Yeah, that's definitely new, but don't want to see it go away anytime soon, as this will start off a homecoming weekend for the Averett University Cougars, as football will play against Hampden-Sydney Tigers as well tomorrow here on the same field. But starting it off there is Goodry. Going to give that one to Gafuni, who's looking for Starr immediately, but Buckley's going to be there. That one's going to be picked up, though, by Hampden-Sydney. It's going to say that one's out of bounds. That was number 12 there. Pierce Bowener trying to get something going on that one.
And now Borner heads it up. The ball will go out of bounds, and Garcia will pick it up for a throw-in. Quick to Weisgard. Now Buckley maintaining possession, but loses it between 3 defenders. Now Starr comes back and retrieves the ball. Garcia to Buckley, now back to Starr. Starr trying to work on Borner. The ball will be placed back for Hampden-Sydney's possession.
Yeah, it was a good job by the Cougars there to be able to move the ball around early in the matchup, but now on the defensive side there, as Lindbergh does a good job of just clearing that one out for his squad. It's going to be a throw-in for Hampden-Sydney from around the 50-yard line here.
The ball gets thrown into the midfield, as Hampden-Sydney will maintain possession, and the ball will come back. Hampden-Sydney doing a great job of holding onto the ball in the backfield. Long ball upfield. Kushaw will work against 2 men as the ball will go out of bounds off the touch of the attacker for Hampden-Sydney.
Yeah, Varela there for Sydney trying to get an attack started, but nothing to do as he tried to play someone who tried to play a long ball up to the attacker, but just going to be a free kick here for the Cougars.
The ball will come to Starr. Now Sorensen plays it to Goodry. Goodry checking his corners. Finds Starr. Great job there by Goodry. Starr takes a shot. First shot of the day for the Cougars. Goes wide of the post. It's going to be a goal kick for Hampden-Sydney.
Yeah, maybe just trying to get his leg warm on that volley attempt. You could tell he wasn't going to be able to get much power on that with no momentum going into it, but it's not a bad thing to get your licks in early. Great tackle there by Buckley, doing a great job of keeping that one in. Keeping that one in possession of the Cougars. Garcia's throwing, looks for Goodry, and now Videgard. Videgard trying to play Starr on the right side of the pitch. 2 men on him, can't beat them. Tigers trying to keep possession here, but can't. Buckley's going to have it in the box. Goes back to Garcia now. Garcia's giving that one down to Starr. Now Videgard looking for Starr. Bit of 1-2 passing. Going to be tackled out of bounds as that one's going for a Cougar throw-in.
That's a great job there by Burkhardt for Hampden-Sydney. Stopping the initial movement going forward by Starr. As Garcia will throw it into Goodry. Goodry with two men on him. Ball will be sent into the box and booted away by Hampden-Sydney. Coming to Sanjuro. Sanjuro heads it over, looking for a man, but Borner's there. Borner. Ball goes straight to Lindbergh. Garcia looking for Weisgard. As a bit of a tackle by Weisgard. Ball will be taken away. Garcia. Burkhart comes in quickly. Stops Garcia's motion going forward.
Yeah,
Buffoni.
Just a great job by Garcia there offensively and defensively all over the pitch. That's one of the jobs of a midfielder, and Garcia plays that role very well. Now Sanjuro is going to have that one back. Trying to reset the offense now. Garcia giving this one back to Lindbergh now. A little bit of pressure being applied, but Cougars look calm here so far. Lindbergh with a lot of space now, so that pressure that I was just mentioning is nowhere to be seen, Luis.
Now Sanjuro with the ball on the right wing, pushing up. Finds Garcia wide open on the wing. Garcia gets a ball over the head of number 35, Justin Varela. Looking for Starr. Starr maintains possession against 3. Starr opening up a great opportunity for Buckley.
And
Garrett Hodges, the goalkeeper for Hampden-Sydney, does a great job of stopping Buckley's shot.
yeah, great job on both ends there. Sorry to cut you off there, Luis, but great job on both ends by Hodges as well as Buckley and Starr. Starr doing a great job of keeping composed, like you said earlier in the game, and then getting that one to Buckley very clean. Good finish by Buckley, but better save by Hodges.
Now Weisgard, Kuschelt on his left foot, gets it back to Garcia. Garcia tries to whip it in, doesn't quite have the power behind it. And now the ball will fall to Weisgard. Weisgard out to Garcia. Garcia sends a volley into the box, falls to Weisgard. Weisgard tries to take a volley with his back, turns to the goal, and it'll go wide. And Hodges will bring it out for a goal kick.
Great effort there by Videgard, flicking it up to himself, Bergkamp style, almost getting a good finish on it, but a little wide right of the post, like you said.
And now Borner over to Burkhart. Great flick there by Burkhart, maintaining possession against 3 Cougar defenders. As the ball will come out of bounds off of Wumpini. Garcia throws it in with Goodry.
Goodry's going to hit the deck there, but no call by the refs. Wumpini now on a run against Sanjuro. Wumpini on a run. Beats Sanjuro, but ball's going to get deflected. Trying to call a handball, but no avail there for the Tigers. Now Garcia on a run here down the right side, looking for Starr. Looks like Hodges is just going to allow that one to come to him. Giving it now down to number 35. That's Varela there for the Tigers. Back to Hodges.
Now Hodges Passes it wide to Varela. Varela scans, takes space. Sends a long ball, looking for Pierce number 20, Burkhart.
It's going to be a bit too long of a ball on that effort. Garcia now on the throw-in for the Cougars in the defensive third of the pitch. Not where you want to be. Need to do some work to get it out of this area. Big throw in there by Garcia.
And the ball will be headed out of bounds.
About a 25-yard gain on that first down right there, Luis.
Something we're very excited to see tomorrow, aren't we, Shane?
Yeah, as the Cougars just moved up the pitch there with just a straight throw, and love to see it.
Now Sanjuro sends it over to the middle to Lindbergh. Lindbergh sends it wide to Kuschel. Kuschel to Guffoni. And now Sanjuro pushes upfield, past midfield, tries to send a long ball, looking for Sorensen. A bit of miscommunication there by the defense.
Yeah, getting beat there on the ball by the Cougars. Great effort there by Buckley, but the Tigers are doing a great job of keeping possession here. Great tackle there by Garcia. Stopped in his tracks. Cougars on the prowl here.
And now Sawyer working against Buckley as Sawyer wins that battle. Hodges gets a ball and kicks it away for the clear. Garcia doing a great job of playing some great defense for his team.
Garcia going to give this one to Buckley on the throw and back to Garcia. Tripped up a little bit on that effort. It's going to be a free kick in favor of the Cougars here. Taking it quick there was Guffoni.
Kuschel sends a driven ball looking for Goodry. The ball will pop up. Now Wumpini and Kuschel fighting for the ball in the air. Lindbergh being chased with some pressure behind him. Sends the ball straight up. Falls to Wumpini. Wumpini heads it over. Sanjuro about a step behind. Sanjuro trying to track. Great job there by Yates to come out of his line and stop the attack by the Tigers. Now Garcia on defense, and the ball will go out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick.
Great last-ditch effort there by Sanjuro and Yates, both stopping that header and a great shot there from that Tiger attack. Just like I mentioned before the game, Luis, that senior experience out of Yates coming into play early in this matchup.
Sorensen sends the ball looking for Starr. Starr with a lot of speed.
Yeah, you can see that presence that Daniel Starr just has on that pitch. Puts the fear in the other players around him when they hear his footsteps. Doing great things for this Cougar attack so far.
And now Sorensen will go ahead and line up the corner kick for the Cougars. A lot of scoring opportunities coming in this first half. Hopefully one of them finds the back of the net. As Sorensen's ball goes to the far post. Buckley was there, but just couldn't quite get the touch on it to send it in the back of the net. And now Hodges will bring it out for a goal kick.
So far, 10 minutes down in the matchup, 0-0 between the two squads. Like you said, because of the record, it's probably going to be a very even matchup between the two teams, very tight-knit matchup between the two teams.
Now the ball looking for Wumpini against Lindbergh. Lindbergh keeps the ball in bounds. Wumpini goes ahead and hits the turf, and the ball maintains in possession of the Cougars with no foul called. Sanjuro now looks for Guffoni. Guffoni turns, has enough space, has enough time, finds Kuschel. Kuschel couldn't quite get the pass he wanted, but Lindbergh recovers. Now Sanjuro pushing upfield, finds Buckley. Buckley's pass a little short as Borner intercepts the ball. Now Borner with the ball in the midfield. Tries to send a ball over the head of Kuschel, and Kuschel will head it up and out, and it's going to be a throw-in.
Throw in for the Tigers here. Looks like the refs are going to let the boys play a little bit. A couple maybe calls that could have been called but haven't been. So you love to see that physicality out of the players, but you also love to see the refs let them be able to play like that.
Absolutely. especially on a fast break, you don't want to be called for a small foul that could have easily just been avoided. You want to go ahead and let them play all the way through. Possibly a good chance could come out of it.
Just as we were talking about, it happens right there within the box, what could have been called a penalty, but not. Now, looks like Garcia is going to have a one-on-one battle there, but it's going to be out of bounds. Now Cougars with the throw.
Sanjuro will get the ball in the back side of the Cougars defense. Now Kushal with no pressure on him. Trying to look for Goodry upfield, but it gets intercepted.
Yeah, the Tigers doing a great job of cutting off the passing lanes the Cougars are trying to create for themselves here. See how both teams are going to adjust to the play styles, as that one's going to be a throw-in for the Tigers on the far side of the pitch.
Long throw in here. Lindbergh heads it away, and the ball falls to the Tigers in the midfield. As Goodry intercepts the ball, trying to make something of this. Looks for an open man, finds Weisgard. Now Sorensen on the wing. Back to Goodry. Sorensen gets the ball off of the deflection now. Bit of miscommunication there as Borner picks up the ball. And now Burkhart. And now Borner pushing up the other way.
Once again, the Tigers are doing a great job of possessing the ball in this Cougars defensive third as Wimpini keeps that one in. Going to look for a man potentially in the box. Works on Garcia. Beats him. Beats three. Going to hit the pitch, though. Looks like he slipped, and it wasn't under. I'm sorry, it wasn't because of a Cougar.
And now the Tigers in great scoring opportunity here as all the Cougars are playing defense, trying to stop that goal.
Yeah, definitely the last thing the Cougars want to do here is go down early in a matchup that needs to be close, that could be close, that the Cougars could walk away with the victory in.
Now Lindbergh sends a calm ball over to Yates. Sanjuro now with the ball. Pushes upfield. Now Guffoni. Guffoni's ball gets deflected off of Wimpini. And now falls to number 24, Laville. Sends the ball upfield. Now Kushal doing a great job of stopping the turn there by Miller on the far side. Now Burkhart gets the ball from number 10, Declan Shaw. Yates recovers the ball in his own box.
Cougars defense playing stellar here so far in the matchup against this Hampden-Sydney attack, who's been very suffocating within the past couple minutes. As now the Tigers are going to be on the attack here against that Cougars defense that was just mentioned, weaving in and out, but Lindbergh with a great effort there to be able to stop that pass from getting through. Now Garcia is trying to look for Buckley but doesn't have him. Finding Gufuni in the midfield, giving it back to Goodry. Now to Kushal. A little bit of a calmer pace from the Cougars that compared to what they started this game with, as Goodry gets held a little bit there, but now Sorensen looking back for Goodry. Going to have Garcia on the bottom. Going to dribble a little bit himself, create some space, giving it to Videgard, back to Goodry, back to Videgard. Now Gafuni's coming up from that CDM roll. Videgard looking for a flick. Physicality there. I'm sorry.
Great job there by Weisgard to maintain the ball in play.
Two Cougars going to hit the pitch on that effort. Garcia's down, and then Buckley both getting up, and now a free kick here. This one's going to go to Kushal in that position on the back line, trying to create a little bit of space of his own. Looking for Starr. Starr on the left side against the line. Ball's going to fall in possession, though, of the Tigers. Big clearance there. No one where that one is. Going to be a throw-in in favor of the Cougars coming up.
substitution here for the Tigers. One of the players came off with a cramp injury. Now Garcia will throw it in, looking for Kusholt. That is John Alexander, number 7, coming in for Hampden-Sydney. As Goodery tries to get a ball passed.
And there's that physicality I was mentioning earlier as the ref just lets that one play. That one might have been a little bit of leg on the tackle, but nonetheless, the Tigers will have a goal kick here.
Hodges will go ahead and kick it out. That is Ethan Farmer on Goodery. A bit of a rough tackle, but the official, as you said, Shane, just goes ahead and lets it play out.
Goal kick is going to fall to the head of Buckley there, who's going to find the feet of Starr, but picked up by the Tigers, headed by Videgard. Buckley going to chest that one down, but the Tigers take it away in the midfield. That was number 8 for the Tigers. Sorry, number 18 for the Tigers. It's Caden Sawyer as the Tigers are on the attack here. It's Jackson Burkhart giving this one back to Sawyer.
Now Sawyer.
Sorry, that was Shaw.
Now Varela sends the ball into midfield to Shaw. And now Farmer moving upfield, trying to get a ball over to Go. And the ball go out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for the Cougars. Kusho will throw it out. Looking for Starr. And the ball will fall to Sorensen. Looking for Wiseguard. Ball will now fall in the midfield. As that is number 12, Pierce Warner, getting the ball taken away by Sanjuro. Now Buckley, great flick over the head of Sawyer. Takes a big touch. As Buckley and Farmer will collide. And Farmer will go ahead and hit the floor.
Free kick here for the Tigers coming up about the 45-yard line after that collision, like you said. Although a physical matchup between the two teams, there is that point where a foul will be called.
Farmer will take the free kick at about the 50-yard line. Sends the ball over and go. Kusholt sends the ball over to Starr. Starr can't bring it down. And now that'll be number 35, Justin Varela, over to Ethan Farmer. And Farmer takes space. Sends a big ball over, looking for Ngo and Wumpini. And the ball go out of bounds. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Cougars. As Sorensen will go ahead and take a seat. And Elias Lehman will step in for him. As well as Gufoni. And Hugo Morales will enter the game for Gufoni, number 10.
Throw in again here for the Cougars as Videgard gets that one off of Wimpini.
Sawyer in the midfield for the Tigers. Kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be another throw-in.
This one's going to go to Goodery, who's trying to it looks like he was trying to get a number on that.
Morales finds Starr. Starr to Goodery. Goodery takes a big shot, and it will go over the head, over the post. And Hodges will bring it into the line for a goal kick. Now Farmer will get the ball from Hodges. Farmer moves up, gets some pressure from Starr, finds Ngo on the wing, and Ngo can't get the touch on it, and it will go right through his legs and out of bounds. And Kusho will throw it in bounds for the Cougars. Finds Goodry. Goodry with Sawyer on his back. Goodry sends it back over to Wiseguard and gives it away. And Go will kick it up to Wumpini. Sanjuro loses the ball to Wumpini. Wumpini trying to pressure on Sanjuro. Sanjuro gets a last-minute touch on the ball, sending it over to Yates.
Another scary effort there by the Tigers, as Yates had to fall on that one there. Wimpini's been such a threat so far against this Cougars defense, who might have their hands full with him for the rest of the matchup.
And now the ball going back the other way for the Tigers, as that is Lavielle. Sawyer, now Burkhart. Lavielle with some pressure on him, looking for Shaw. And now Borner trying to send a ball over to Wumpini, but it'll go to the hands of Yates. Now Yates rolls it out to Sanjuro. Sanjuro pressuring upfield to the chest of number 12, Pierce Borner.
Morales does a good job to stay on his feet there in the midfield, as that one's going to fall to Lindbergh. And now Goodry, decent amount of space for him there, but creating his own. Now Starr is going to look for a pass, finds Morales, as Buckley picks that one up for the Cougars. Back to Garcia. Buckley and the Cougars looking for an attack after the Tigers have been threatening here.
And now that'll fall to number 12, Borner. As Borner will try to get a ball through past the legs of Kuschel. Now Kuschel stretches out completely, stopping that motion going forward. Now Lindbergh to Wiseguard. Foul will be called on the Tigers. That'll be called on number 10, Declan Shaw. And now Kuschel going up the other way. Lindbergh, Kuschel finds Lehman. Lindbergh. Now Lehman finds Goodry. Now Wiseguard. Ball in the middle, being scrummed around. Now Starr finds Garcia wide open on the wing. Garcia sends a lobbed ball up to Starr, and Go heads it away. Now Kuschel on his left sends a ball straight to the chest of Hodges.
Yeah, a lot of power behind that shot on Kuschel, but right into the arms of the goalie. Easy save for Hodges. Hasn't been tested too much in this matchup so far.
Now Hodges will kick a ball over to Farmer. Farmer will send it back to Hodges. And now Varela has no pressure on him, just jogging upfield. Finally has Starr on his backside. Now Burkhart sends a pinged ball, looking for a player upfield, and Sanjuro kicks it away. He was looking for number 12, Pierce Borner. And another substitution for the Tigers will come in. A couple more for the Cougars, as Buckley will go ahead and take a seat, and Carlos Oli will take his spot. Goodry will as well take a seat, and Agustin Haraba will come in for him.
Tigers threatening here once again. Big throw in. Not too much on it, though, as the Cougars now trying to create a counterattack. It's going to fall to the Tigers. Trying to clean up after his mistake here is Lehman. Going to be dribbled out of trouble there, but Lindbergh scooping it up after the slip by the Tigers. Now Haraba. Pretty pass there from Haraba. Starr leading the attack here for the Cougars. You could see him winding up for a shot, but passes, lays it off. Garcia with the ball in to Haraba. Not sure if that was going to be a shot or a pass, but Haraba wide of the net on that.
With about 19 minutes left in this half, still 0-0. Both teams pressuring very well on both sides. Both defenses working very well to make sure there aren't very big chances for either offensive side. Now and go on the wing against Lehman. As the ball will come upfield. And Wumpini against Lindbergh. Wumpini with a lot of speed. Great acceleration by Wumpini, but Lindbergh just gets a foot on it and it will go out of bounds. And it will be a corner kick.
Yeah, I heard Wumpini's name a lot tonight so far in the matchup. Definitely been a threat against this Cougar defense. That's the third time he's had almost a one-on-one against the goalie. Going to give the Tigers here a corner kick. There's 18 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first half between the Hampden-Sydney Tigers and the Averett University Cougars.
As the ball will go into the box, and Garcia will head it away. Fall to Soli. Soli, the freshman with a lot of speed and a lot of great control, gets the ball over to Morales. Now Morales with a fast break upfield. Finds Haraba. Haraba one-on-one against Farmer. And now gets the ball over to Lehman, but Ngo is there, kicking out of bounds for the clear. Starr throws it in quickly to Garcia. Garcia tries to bring it down. Does a great move. Garcia moving upfield. Takes a left shot, and it will go just above the bar. Great chance created there by Garcia.
Almost finding it on that effort was Moises Garcia right over the bar with the weak foot shot. You love to see the little bit of creativeness out of the junior there.
And now Hodges will send the ball over to Farmer. And Farmer will send a long ball looking for his offense. Sanjuro will send it back to Yates. Now Yates, Sanjuro, back to Yates. Now Lindbergh. Kuschelt. Wiseguard, great turn there to get away from Wumpini, pressuring on his back shoulder. Sanjuro pressuring upfield. Sanjuro sends the ball over between Garcia and Soli. And Burkhart will go ahead and kick it out of bounds, knowing that he has two opposing players on both sides of his back. And Wumpini will go ahead and take a seat for the Tigers.
Garcia is going to have a throw in here for the Cougars. Gives this one to Haraba, who tries to find a ball in the box. Going to be cleared out there, though.
And now Borner against Haraba with the ball bouncing up and down. Now Wiseguard brings it down. And now Lavelle trying to get around Soli, but the ball will go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. And Borner will go ahead and take a seat as number 8, Emery Davis, will come in for him. A couple substitutions here for Hampden-Sydney in the last couple minutes of this first half, hoping to find a hole and make changes, find a hole in the backside of this Cougars defense.
Yeah, maybe those same players going to have a bigger impact in the second half, just getting a little bit of water or a little bit of energy here on the bench. It's going to be a free kick for the Cougars here, taking it quick to Videgaard. Now Videgaard has someone behind him, but passing this one off to Garcia. Garcia is going to play this one back to Sanjuro. Now Morales trying to give it to Lindbergh. Lindbergh's going to play this one back to Yates with a little flick over to Lindbergh. A little bit of pressure being applied here by the Tigers. Great job there getting that one out, though. Now Sanjuro coming up to Haraba. Haraba is going to be pressured in that midfield, but find a way to take it back there. Soli not able to keep that one in off the big boot attempt by Yates.
As Lavelle will go ahead and take a seat. And number 22, Mason Forrest, will come in for him. And that'll be Varela throwing it in for the Tigers. Sends it upfield, looking for number 9, Charlie Letson. And Kuschelt sends it over to Garcia. Garcia takes a touch, Moves upfield. A lot of great speed coming out of Garcia. Garcia trying to push forward. Finds Starr. Starr trying to get a ball over to wide guard. And Garcia looking for wide guard again. Ball will fall to Solie. Solie takes a touch. Great job there by the freshman. As it'll get booted out by Burkhart. And Sanjuro will chase it back and recover the ball. Now Sanjuro pushing upfield with some pressure on his left side. Gets a ball through to Solie. Now Garcia. Now Starr. Starr one-on-one against Varela. Gets Garcia. Garcia sends the ball into the box. Looking for Haraba. Haraba trying to get a shot off with his left, but whiffs the ball. And now Kuschult finds Solie. Gets it to Garcia. Garcia sends a big ball up into the box. And Morales will head it up to Kuschult. Kuschult will bring it down with Sawyer on his backside. Some pressure here by the Tigers in the last couple of minutes of this first half. Now Sanjuro finds Wiseguard. Now Solie.
Cougars doing a great job to control the possession in the last couple minutes here of the first half of play against the Tigers. Playing a little bit of back and forth ball here, switching play. Lehman giving this one down to Solie. Solie, a lot of space, trying to direct somebody. Now Garcia. Garcia's going to give this one to Kuschult. Kuschult. Tigers giving the Cougars the space that they need here to be able to make something happen is Morales now. Back to Kuschult. Now to Lindbergh. Over to Garcia. Ball in there. Videgaard head on it.
And the offside flag will be waved. Great opportunity there by the Cougars. And Hodges will take the free kick, getting it to Varela. Varela has a lot of space. No real pressure coming from the Cougars offense. And now the ball will come to Farmer. Farmer will send a long ball, and it will get to Lindbergh. Lindbergh sends the ball over to Yates in his own box. Sanjuro. Sanjuro looking for Wiseguard. Now gets it to Garcia. Garcia finds Morales. Morales splits two defenders. Now Solie. Garcia finds Haraba. Haraba gets it over to Solie. Solie, the freshman, trying to work on number 8. That'll be Emery Davis. And Solie maintains possession. Solie trying to get a cross into the box, but it'll come short.
Great run there by Solie. Nothing to pay off for it, though, but creating the energy for this Cougar squad here that they need. Haraba now looking for a pass to Starr. Starr looking for the boot. Going to be deflected. Now Haraba is trying to play this one down to Kuschult. Going to be cleared out there by the Tigers. Tigers trying to make something happen. As Lindbergh, great last-ditch effort by him there.
The crowd is absolutely loving this energy on the field by the Cougars. Playing very physical, playing very techy on the ball. As it'll be a throw in and go. We'll throw it in for the Tigers. And go, waiting for someone to check in for him. Sends it far with Lindbergh giving a little bit of a shove on the backside of an attacker.
So now it's going to be a free kick here for the Tigers. They get that one into the box. Yates going to be tested a little bit off the bar. Cleared out there by Sanjuro. Now Solie. A little bit of scariness there for Yates and that Cougar defense. Videgaard back to Garcia. Garcia a little bit of a touch there. Playing it now all the way to Morales. Oh, a little flick there. I'm sorry, that was Kuschult. Little flick there. Perfect from him. Garcia now Trying to play it to Starr. Starr can't keep that one in. Spun away from him on that effort. Stopping the clock there is referee's going to tell Yates to move the goal back there. That ball was hit so hard it moved the goal.
It's a very exciting first half for both teams, Shane. And now Varela will throw it in. Wiseguard will head it away to Morales, but Lehman will come recover it. Passes it back to Sanjuro. Now Lindbergh. Sanjuro pushes upfield. Trying to look for an open man, but it'll come to Burkhart, and Burkhart will just pass it slowly to Hodges. Hodges kicks it away to Garcia, and now Starr recovers the ball. Starr trying to make something happen. Morales trying to maintain possession, loses it to Sawyer. Sawyer's pass gets deflected off of the official. And the official will play it from the spot. Now Varela back to Hodges. As Hodges sends it over to Farmer. Farmer now to Ngo. Ngo takes a touch upfield, trying to send the long ball up. Lindbergh.
Great job by Lindbergh on the defensive side of the ball there, doing a great job to be able to get that one away from the attacker that was pressing him as Yates plays a perfect ball to Starr. Wow. Great touch by Starr. Now passed to Lehman. Lehman keeps that one inbounds, tries to play another pass back to Starr. That one's going to go out for a Cougar corner here with 7:22 left on the clock.
And now Wiseguard will send the ball into the box, looking for Sanjuro. The ball will get deflected off of number 22, Forrest. And Garcia will throw it in quickly to Haraba. Haraba maintains possession. Now Wiseguard. And now to Kuschel. Now Kuschel has some space, has some time. Sends the ball over to Lehman. As Lehman tries to lay it off for Kuschel, and the ball will get deflected. And now again, you will try to fight for the ball, maintaining possession. So Lee gets the ball over to Garcia. Garcia has space, has time, sends a big ball up for Starr. And Starr will hit the turf, and the ball will go out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit earlier in that possession, Lee had the space to shoot, but tried to play it off to Garcia instead, who got the ball to Starr. So that freshman showing showing the experience that he's gained so far in this season.
Now Varela will move upfield for the Tigers as Burkhart will get the ball on the wing. So Lee pressuring quickly. Garcia tries to boot it away. Burkhart maintains possession. The ball will go out of bounds, and it will be in the possession of the Tigers. Burkhart will go ahead and put the ball down. We'll leave it for Varela. Not much time left in this first half as both teams are 0-0 right now. The ball will go over the head of Ogenyi. Sanjuro will let it roll out of bounds. And a substitution here for the Cougars as Starr will take a seat.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Luis, very even teams record-wise showing tonight as both teams have been very back and forth with each other. No team too dominating so far.
And Hayden Brown will come in, number 17 for Daniel Starr, number 33. Farmer gets it to Sawyer. Sawyer with some pressure from Brown. Garcia pressuring on number 8. Forrest maintaining the ball. Farmer moves upfield. Morales great tackle on Farmer. Ball will go up into the air as Lehman will get the ball, trying to get it to Haraba, and the ball will get kicked out for the clear. Balls to Kusholt.
Good job by Kusholt to not allow the pressure get to him there. Stay very composed on the ball with so much going on around him.
And now Wiseguard moving upfield. Tries to get a ball over to Solie. Burkhart heads it away. It'll come to Davis. Davis gets the ball over to Forrest. Forrest with a bit of a tug from Morales on the shirt. And Morales will be given a yellow card off of the little tug on the back of Forrest's shirt.
Morales not happy about that one, as him and the player he took down had good spirits about it, but the referee giving him a card on that jersey snag there. It's going to be a free kick here for Hampden-Sydney. It's going to be Burkhart on the free kick off the head of another Tiger. And it's going to be headed by Sanjuro, trying to clear it out are the Cougars, and do. Brown's going to give this one back to Videgard. Videgard giving this one all the way back to Kusholt now. Kusholt creating some space and giving it to Sanjuro in the middle of the defensive line. Looking for Morales there, but can't find him. Tigers on the attack here now. Videgard, great tackle. It's going to go out of bounds, though, so Cougars have to play a little bit of defense with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first half.
Now Kusholt doing a great job of stopping that touch, making sure he doesn't move past him, and the ball will be thrown in by the Tigers. Thrown into the box. Ogenyi tries to take a touch on it, but it'll go over the fence, over the backstop, and out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick for the Cougars. With about 2:30 left in this first half, both teams tied at 0-0. Doing a great effort of trying to maintain possession in the midfield, and both defenses doing a great job of stopping initial pushes going forward, as Lindbergh will hit the turf. Going to be out of bounds, going to be a throw in for the Cougars. Kusholt throws it into Lindbergh. Lindbergh sends the ball over to Garcia. Garcia finds Morales. Morales takes a touch. Sawyer making a tackle. Great job there by Morales to avoid the tackle by Sawyer. Passes it back to Garcia. Garcia looking for Solie. Solie gets past the back line of the Tigers, and it'll be called a corner kick. Great job there by Solie to try to maintain possession as Burkhart kicks it out of bounds.
Cougars have a corner here in the late bit of the first half. See if they can get a goal on the board going into halftime. Definitely going to set some momentum going into that second half.
And now the ball will be moved around in the box by the Cougars with about a minute left, as Morales finds himself by himself in the back, sends it over to Yates. Yates boots it up. Ball comes to Burkhart. Haraba working on Burkhart. Burkhart trying to maintain possession against Haraba. Solie, as number 9, Charlie Letson, kicks it out. Throw in by Solie. Now Wiseguard. Kusholt with Ogenyi on his backside. Ogenyi kicks it out of bounds. Now Kusholt, as the clock begins to wind down, Kusholt sends a long ball up. It'll come to Lehman. Lehman. And the ball will be kicked out of bounds by Farmer. And we will go into half. Both teams tied 0-0. Very physical game so far in the first half, as we will take a short break and be back with you shortly.
Is inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon, with affordable tuition and 24/7 support. It all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in? Averett University provides all you need for your future through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs, affordable tuition, and over 50 majors and programs. Visit allaverett.com. Are you all in?
Welcome back to the Averett Sports Network. My name is Luis Martinez, and to my right is Shane Mickle. And today we have the matchup between the Averett University Cougars and the Hampden-Sydney Tigers as we're kicking off the second half. And both teams are 0-0 right now as the official asks for the ball off of the goalkeeper, Yates. Yates receives the ball, sends it over to Lindbergh. Kuschel. Now Yates speeds over to get the ball in his own box.
Yeah, coming into the second half with the score tied at 0-0, you could really see how even both squads were, as neither were too dominant in the first half, but both teams with a lot of energy and a lot of attacks, both sides as well.
As an opportunity arose there for So Lee, the freshman, with a lot of great speed. Now Kuschel with the ball, trying to get it past number 7, John Alexander. And now Starr will retrieve the ball in the midfield and send it back to Weisgard. Now Weisgard moving upfield with number 29, Wumpini, on his backside. Now Sanjuro over to Lindbergh. Lindbergh takes a touch, moves upfield, passes off his right foot to Kuschel. Now Kuschel moving up, finds Goodry. Goodry trying to send it into the middle. Starr collides with the ball against Varela. Now Wumpini pings the ball over, looking for number 10, Declan Shaw, as the ball will go out of bounds and be a throw-in for the Cougars, as Kuschel will throw it in. Kuschel looking for an open man, looking for Goodry. And now Goodry takes the ball away from Sawyer, as Goodry will hit the deck with a bit of pressure from Borner.
Going to walk away with a free kick on that effort. Thought the ref was going to call it straight up, but just playing advantage. So now it's going to be Kuschel on the free kick. The primary long free kick taker here for the Cougars with the power he has in that left foot. See what he's able to get done here.
Kuschel lines up, steps up, kicks it up, and Farmer will head it away. And So Lee will come in and then go against So Lee and go trying to look for Wumpini, as Kuschel will send the ball back over to Yates.
Cougars just trying to reset their offense here, playing that one to the back line. Yates to Sanjuro. Looking for Goodry up there in the midfield off his chest. Too much off of it, though. It's going to go out of bounds in favor of the Tigers now.
And the ball will go out of bounds. Another throw in for the Tigers, as Burkhart will throw it in. Burkhart sends a long ball. Garcia heads it over to Weisgard. Weisgard with a great little kick over to Goodry. Now Goodry trying to maintain possession as Sawyer takes it away from him. Garcia. Wumpini now. And now Borner. Great opportunity there created by Borner, sending the ball into the midfield just a little wide. Looking for, it appears to be number 10, Declan Shaw. Scary chance created there by the Tigers. Now Lindbergh. Kuschel. Kuschel moving away from Forrest. Now Kuschel will continue upfield. Sends the ball onto the other side for Garcia. Garcia keeps moving. Kuschel into the midfield. Gets the ball over to Lindbergh. Back to Kuschel. Kuschel with Wumpini in on his back hip. Gets Morales. And now Goodry. Over to Garcia on the far side. Wide open. Garcia pushes up. Sends the ball over to Soli on the far side of the box. Now Soli makes a move. Sends the ball into the opportunity here.
Scary effort there as the Cougars trying to get on the attack here early in the second half, so they're able to run away with this matchup.
Hodges will kick it away for a goal kick. Sends the ball over to Burkhart. Burkhart trying to keep going forward as a foul will be called at the spot of the foul. Burkhart sends it back to Varela. Back to Hodges. And now Farmer. And Go gets the ball away from Morales. And Go trying to get a ball over to number 7, Alexander.
Yeah, Morales unlucky on that attempt there. Raced to the ball, got beat on that effort. Now Cougars just trying to get the ball out of a dangerous area here. Brown's going to run away with this one, though. Play it back to Garcia. Garcia in a dangerous area against that line. Hits the pitch, gets the ball taken from him. Going to be a free kick in favor of the Cougars, though. Videgard taking that one, giving it to Kuschel on the left side of the pitch, switching play. Kuschel looking for Starr. It's going to be into the hands of Hodges there for the Tigers.
Hodges will go ahead and take his time. Throws it far to Burkhart on that wing. As Burkhart will send it over to Borner. Back to Burkhart. Now to Varela. Varela moves against Starr. And now the ball will fall to Kuschel. Now Morales in the midfield. Morales trying to stay on his feet. Kuschel trying to kick it away. Lindbergh now with some pressure from Shaw. And now Alexander. Now Kuschel with some pressure from Mupini. Morales. And now Wiseguard. Finds beautiful through ball by Wiseguard to Goodry. Goodry trying to send the ball into the box. But it'll be deflected off of Varela. And it will be a corner kick for the Cougars and great scoring opportunity early in this second half.
Cougars doing a good job of setting the tone here in the second half, being more on the offensive side of the ball, really putting the Tigers in a difficult position here. Going to be Kuschel on the corner here for the Cougars. Bunched up in that box, are they? As that one's going to look to go, but doesn't. Now Kuschel race to the ball there. It's going to get beat, though. Now it's going to be Morales and Wimpini in a one-on-one here against each other.
Wimpini breaks through. The ball goes wide of the goal.
Great effort there, but Wimpini no good for his squad. One-on-one with the keeper. No finish.
Wimpini, a lot of speed, but just couldn't get the ball where he wanted it to go. Goes wide of the goalkeeper Yates and out to the far side. And now Kuschel with the ball, pushing up at around the 40-yard line. Gets no pressure. Now gets pressured by Alexander.
So now it's going to be Sanjuro here for the Cougars playing that ball up. Nothing to do there for, I want to say that is So Lee who is looking to make that run. Now the Tigers on the defense bringing this one up, trying to play it up there to Wimpini. But Cougars just going to corral it. Sanjuro is going to have a lot of time to think about what to do with this one. Plays it over to Kuschel.
Now Kuschel does a great move to get into the inside. Sends it to Goodry. Now Goodry over to Starr. Starr scans the field. Lines up the pass. Finds Brown. Now Goodry with a great chance here to take a shot. Gets it taken away by Sawyer. And now Lavelle. A bit of misunderstanding there by Forrest. Goodry's pass intended for Brown goes to Sawyer. Sawyer sends it up. Morales intercepts. And now the ball comes to Solee. Solee, the freshman, takes a shot from way out. Solee shot from about 40 yards out.
Right over the bar. Almost a beautiful shot. Candidate for goal of the year, but no good. You could tell the aggression. He wanted that from the beginning.
An absolute shocker for the goalkeeper Hodges for Hampden-Sydney. That ball would have dipped a little lower and gone right over his head by Solee from about 40 yards out at about the 30-yard line on the football field.
Now Tigers have to get that one out as it's going to be called for a handball, so the Cougars will have a free kick in a good spot here.
And now Kusho will line up for the free kick. Sends the ball across the field to Garcia. Garcia gets pressured quickly by Borner as he sends a strong ball into the box. Morales gets confused with where the ball is placed in the air. Goodry with the ball on the wing. Try and maintain possession, but the ball will go out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in.
Tigers going to have a throw-in in their own defensive third. Definitely a scary sight, but able to control it if they just have calm possession there. As another big throw-in allows the center back to clear it. So now Tigers with a lot of space here.
A lot of speed from Solee coming all the way from this close sideline to get all the way to the other side to chase the ball down.
Almost good pressure there by Starr, as that's going to be called for a free kick for the Cougars now.
And Go touched it with his hands, trying to stop the ball from going over his head. But I guess he thought he was out of bounds trying to stop the ball. Now Kusho will line up for the free kick. Now Kusho sends the ball up for Lindbergh. Lindbergh's ball will go right over the bar. A lot of chances created in the second half by the Cougars. A lot coming off of free kicks, and one coming off of the shot of Carlos Solee, the freshman. And now Farmer will send the ball over to Ngo. Now Farmer pushing upfield, Solee pressuring. Farmer looking for Wimpini as Wiseguard tries to get a foot on it. Now Sawyer sends a long ball up, looking for Borner as the ball will go out of bounds. And Borner will leave it there for Garcia, as Garcia will look for an open man to throw the ball to. Garcia steps back, gives it over to Brown as Garcia kicks it out of bounds, more upfield, trying to get it away from pressure. As now Varela will throw it in for the Tigers. Looking for an open man. Trying to set it up to Wimpini. Wimpini with a lot of speed behind him. Tries to get the ball over to number 7, Alexander. But Kusholt is there. Heads it over the head of Alexander. Now Kusholt trying to play some defense here. Lindbergh heads it out away from pressure. Now Sawyer trying to get a shot off on his left foot. Won't get it off properly, and it'll be a throw-in.
Yeah, on that effort by Kusholt, Luis, if he didn't get ahead on that, there's a decent chance that the Tigers were going to walk away with a goal. So Kusholt doing all that he could and all that the squad needed him to do on that effort.
And now Garcia will throw it in. Looking for Goodry. Starr with the ball in the midfield with Sawyer on his back hip. Trying to chase. Now ball will come back to Sawyer. Gets it to Goodry. And Goodry will be called for a handball. The ball rolled up Goodry's body and just barely touched his his left bicep as the official will whistle it down. And now Ethan Farmer with the ball now in go. Turns back on Solee. Solee with a lot of energy to keep chasing. And now Alexander looking for Wimpini as Lindbergh intercepts that. Wimpini brings down Lindbergh with a bit of a pressure as Wimpini a little slow to get up. Gets a little help from Lindbergh. As Wiseguard will go ahead and take the free kick. Sends it over to Sanjuro. Sanjuro lobs the ball over to Goodry. Goodry can't get the touch on that. And now going the other way for Borner. Borner sends a long ball over to Wimpini as Sanjuro trying to slide and take the ball away from Wimpini.
Great battle between the two there as Wimpini battling with Sanjuro for possession there, but the Tigers going to walk away with the throw in. Sanjuro, that great tackle there as well, threw off the balance of Wimpini, so he wasn't able to just break off with that pace that we've seen all night here.
The Cougars have really adapted to try to stop Wimpini's initial explosive touch. Wimpini very quick off of that ball. Trying to get a shot there, but Yates will recover it quickly as it just pops up into the air.
Yeah, no team other than the Tigers with really a clear shot on goal here so far, as it looks like the ref's going to have a word with Garcia.
Now Yates will go ahead and send it back into play. Sends it over to Lindbergh on the close side wing. And now Kuschel goes towards the middle. Now back to Wiseguard. As Wiseguard finds Sanjuro. Sanjuro taking a lot of space going forward. Ball gets intercepted by Sawyer as there's a bit of a scrum in the middle. Now Wimpini with the ball. Sends a pinged ball as Kuschel will try to maintain the ball inbounds, but it'll go out off of the footing.
It's going to be a Cougars throw in here.
Now Joshua Garcia entering the game for number 17, Hayden Brown. Another freshman in the midfield for the Cougars. Now Goodry trying to get a touch, but it will go off of his standing foot and will go out of bounds. And another substitution here, this time for the Tigers. As it appears that number 10, Declan Shaw, will go ahead and take a seat.
So with only 27 minutes left here in the contest, both teams definitely need to pick up the pace, no pun intended, and be able to get one in the back of the net and walk away here happy tonight. Going to have a goal kick in favor of the Cougars there off the missed shot to the right by Wimpini. Yates on the goal kick.
And now Yates will kick it away for the goal kick. Big boot there by Yates. Sending it into the midfield over to Kuschel. Finds Goodry. Goodry chests it, controls it to Garcia. Now Kuschel. To Goodry. Goodry sends the ball over to Solee. Solee cuts in, trying to work on and go. And it'll be kicked kicked away by Farmer, falling to Wimpini. Wimpini gets the ball over to Borner. As Borner turns away from Morales. And now Lavelle maintain possession. Gets it over to Davis on the wing. Davis looking for Letson. Now Davis against Joshua Garcia.
Good job by that Cougars defense to be able to close off the space and remove him from the ball, as there's going to be a little bit of a chop there on Kuschel, so the Cougars will have a free kick here.
Now Joshua Garcia sends it back to Sanjuro. Sanjuro finds Wiseguard. Wiseguard over to Kuschel.
Kuschel scanning the field, looking to play it to. Gives it straight away to the Tigers, though. Now Starr coming from out of nowhere, scooping that one up. Going to have that one taken away, though, now. Tigers trying to get something started. It's Kuschalt with a good tackle, but ball's going to be flicked up and go out of bounds for a Cougars throw-in.
That was number 18, Caden Sawyer, in the midfield, trying to make something happen there for the Tigers, but kicks it out of bounds, looking for number 9, Letson, As Sanjuro will now get the ball at about the 15-yard line, pushes upfield, has a little to no pressure on him. Now Letson comes in, pressures him. Now Wumpini, and now Wiseguard gets the ball from Sanjuro, sends it over to Lindbergh. Lindbergh sends the ball over to Starr. Now Starr cuts in with a lot of pace, as it'll get taken away by Sawyer and go with his back towards the line. Sawyer now with the ball in the midfield. Davis sends the ball in, but Wiseguard is there. Now Morales. Now Kuschalt. Kuschalt, great job there to get away from Davis.
Yeah, great move by Kuschalt there, creating some space of his own. And Goodry now. Goodry on the shot! Right into the arms of Hodges there, though. Great effort by Max Goodry, but Hodges perfectly placed there in the net.
Absolutely great chance created there by Goodry to try to put his team on the board, as Kuschalt will get a bit of miscommunication there, but luckily Sanjuro, with a lot of quick thinking, slides and stops the initial ball by Letson to Wumpini, and the ball will maintain in Cougar possession.
Now Garcia back to Garcia there. Then Videgard back to Garcia, back to Videgard. But now Goodry with the ball once again. Giving this one to So-Lee. So-Lee playing it to Goodry, who's going to have that one taken from him. Tigers trying to play something in the midfield, but Wumpini's going to be called offsides, very much so as well. So now the Cougars just going to pass this one along the back line here. Kuschalt has that, gives it to Starr. Starr was looking for Goodry, not able to find him, though. Now Lindbergh using every bit of that 6'7" stature there, but going to be picked up for the foul. So now the Tigers will have a free kick here.
And go, sends it over to number 24, Lavielle, as the ball will go into the box to Borner. Borner against Garcia. Garcia doing a great job of shielding Borner away from the ball. Now ball comes from Morales. Morales with Borner on his backside, sends it back to Garcia. Garcia over to Wiseguard. Wiseguard trying to get it to Morales, but Borner comes back. And now in go in the midfield. Doesn't move on Joshua Garcia. Now Borner finds Wumpini. Wumpini with a great little flick. Sends it over to the side for Sawyer. Sawyer sends the ball into the box, but Sanjuro heads it away. Now So-Lee. So-Lee pushing the other way with Goodry.
Cougars on a counterattack here after the Tigers thought they had something going. Starr's going to have this one in the box now. Fake shot there from him. Pokes it to Goodry. Goodry's going to have a couple teammates free, but ball is going to get cleared out to Videgard. Now it's going to be Kuschalt doing a little shake and bake there on that effort. Now Kuschalt's going to have this one back, and it's going to go to Garcia. Garcia looking to play in the box. Nothing, though, for the junior on that one.
It will be a corner kick for the Cougars with about 21-10 left in this second half. Still tied 0-0. Both teams just looking for a slight opening in that defensive back line, trying to make something happen. A lot of good chances for both teams coming out in the second half.
Lindbergh coming back onto the pitch here for the Cougars. Corner's taken, very deep corner there, as Sanjuro's not able to get a clean header on that one.
Couple substitutions here for the Tigers, as Wumpini will go ahead and take a seat, and Aiden Willard will come in for him, as well as as well as Jaquez Lavielle will go ahead and take a seat. And Declan Shaw will be back in the game for him.
So now the Tigers trying to keep it out of a dangerous position here, keep the Cougars away from it by spreading out their back line. Get the ball out of trouble here. And now the Tigers on the attack have a man in the box. Ball's going to be into the box, but out of bounds over the net. Goal kick for the Cougars here.
And now Agustin Haraba has entered the game for the Cougars, as Goodard will go ahead and take a seat.
Yates pushing the team upfield, trying to get something going on the attacking side of things. Want to be able to get a lead here in what's rest of the second half, as that one's going to be out of bounds off the Tigers there. Kuschalt looking to give this one back to Garcia. Joshua Garcia just going to deflect off of a Tiger there. As now Kuschalt's doing his best to work out of some trouble. Joshua Garcia now. That's back to Lindbergh. Now back to Sanjuro.
Sanjuro trying to take a touch. Gets taken away by Letson now. Sanjuro trying to track back for Borner. Pushes a little bit of a push on the back of Borner, as Wiseguard with a big boot sends it away, clearing it.
There's going to be a yellow card there for Sanjuro, as there was a lot of open space there, but not too much contact to pull out the straight red on that. So it's going to be a free kick for the Tigers in a dangerous area here. See what they're able to put together with this.
Very good scoring opportunity here for the Tigers. As they take their time, trying to line up the perfect free kick here. No, understanding that this is probably a very great opportunity to put them up and possibly win them the game here. As the free kick is off, straight into the wall, and Sawyer will recover it.
Good job by the wall to do exactly what is asked of them, as Yates is going to scoop that ball into the box up and give it to Buckley. Buckley's looking for Starr. Cougars trying to play a little bit of counterattack here, as that one is looking for Moises Garcia, but going to go a little bit out of bounds with 18 minutes left into the match. 18 minutes left in the second half.
Now the ball will come to Ogenyi. Joshua Garcia with the ball in the midfield, sends it over to Kuschalt. Now Kuschalt scans the field, has no pressure, sends it over to Wiseguard.
Now Videgaard looking for Garcia once again, this time keeping it inbound, but the Tigers look like they're going to be able to walk away with this one. Trying to clear it out, but Kuschalt is there. See what's going to happen here. As that one gets cleared out successfully, it's going to be a couple foot races here as the Tigers here are on the attack, and Yates, sweeper keeper style, coming out and clearing it for the Cougars. Great job. Once again, Luis, that senior experience I mentioned earlier in the broadcast coming into play.
Great job there by Yates to come off his line, as you said, Shane. Coming off, absolutely fearless. Didn't get caught in no man's land, didn't get chipped. Absolutely made himself look big and stopped that initial shot by Ogenyi, wide open with no one else to help him around. And then chase the ball to clear it away, as now Sawyer with the ball for the Tigers. Now Ethan Farmer, so Lee pressuring slightly. Now to Burkhart. Burkhart. And now looking for Ngo. Ngo with Lee on his hip. And now Farmer. Sawyer with some pressure on both sides. Gets taken down by Buckley. As Buckley tries to plead his case to the official.
It's going to be a foul called there. So now the free kick for the Tigers. Want to get something going here in the latter part of the second half against the Cougars. That one's going to go into the box very light, off ahead. Trying to get a foot on it, but going to go out of bounds. So now Yates will have another goal kick here.
And now Kusho with the ball on the wing. Looking for Star. Ball will fall to Haraba. Haraba tries to head it in, but Hodges cleans it up quickly. And now Farmer. 2 and go. Back to Farmer. Now Farmer. Looking for Shaw. Now Ogenyi. And go. Against Wiseguard. Ball will come for Sanjuro. Borner. Borner's shot will go wide again of the post. A lot of opportunities coming for Borner, Ogenyi, and that front line for the Tigers. But Averett's defense stands tall like a wall.
Yeah, so far the Tigers have not been able to finish on the offensive side of the ball, but with so many opportunities, Yates has done his best to keep them off of the score sheet here.
And Carlos Solie will go ahead and take a seat on the bench for the Cougars, and Max Goodry will enter the game again. And now Kushol getting the ball from Lindbergh. Takes a touch, finds Buckley. Buckley sends the ball over to Garcia. Now Garcia with a lot of speed gets the ball over to Buckley, luckily. Kushol now sends the ball into the box. And it will be called for a corner kick, as the ref might have thought it came off some hairs from the defender.
Some might argue that was a perfectly placed ball there by Kushol, allowing his team to get a corner by accident.
A little less than 13 minutes left in this game, Shane. Still, both teams tied at 0-0 with a lot of scoring opportunities.
Yeah, I can definitely expect the pace to be picked up here as Kushol almost drills it in the back of the net. Sanjuro holding his head because I'm sure he had a great look at that, but not sure whether to pull the trigger or not. So, yeah, both teams definitely going to probably pick up the energy and pace on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe get a little bit of chippiness between the two squads here.
Now Borner with the ball gets taken away by Weisgard. Official calls a foul.
Going to have a word with Videgard here on that one.
Official having some words still with Weigard. And now whistle will be blown so ball can get back into play. With 12:04 left in the second half. of confusion here with the clock, trying to reset it to its correct time. And the whistle will be blown.
So now the Tigers on the attack, halted there by Buckley. Buckley to Stars. Buckley hits the pitch and is down.
As Buckley took a big shoulder hit.
Saw the card come out there. Buckley picking up the foul for his squad. Going to be a free kick now in favor of the Cougars.
As Garcia will line up to take that free kick, sending it into the box. A little less than 12 minutes left here in this second half. Garcia will line up. Sends a driven shot, and Farmer will kick it out of away from pressure. Kuschel recovers that ball, sends it over to Lindbergh. Lindbergh finds Weisgard. Weisgard with some pressure from the attacking Tigers. Now Weisgard Goodry gets it taken away by Sawyer. Now Alexander sends it over to Ogenyi. Now Alexander wide open on the right side. Back to Ogenyi. Ogenyi gets the ball in the midfield.
So now the Tigers on the attack here, putting the pressure on the Cougars, but cleared out there by Buckley.
Now Ngo will get the ball from Farmer, flicks it over the head of Haraba. Farmer gets the ball sent behind him by Ngo, but recovers well. And now Ngo moves around Goodry, gets around Buckley, but Buckley won't allow him to get away. Great tackle there by Buckley to get the ball back into possession of the Cougars as Starr takes a step, sends a shot, looking for the bottom right corner. But Hodges is quickly there to save that ball.
Yeah, great run there by Starr. You saw the many dribble moves he pulled off, the fake shot to be able to create that space, and then the weak foot shot there. But now Yates going to find the ball scooped up in his own arms off that quick attack by the Tigers. Just going to roll this one to Sanjuro.
And Sanjuro will take a touch. Ogenyi on his side.
Definitely a foul there on the far side of the pitch. Going to be a free kick for the Cougars here now. Taking it quick, going to Lindbergh. Lindbergh's going to give this one down to Kuschel. Kuschel looking for Garcia and finds him. One-on-one, Garcia. See the fancy feet right there and beats him. Creates the space and gets the corner in. Big shot coming up there by Goodry, but cleared out.
Couple substitutions here for the Tigers in these dying minutes of this second half, as number 29, Wumpini, comes back into the game. Wumpini having a great presence for the Tigers with that incredible speed and his first couple attempts at net. Tigers hoping he makes a chance here and puts them on the board. As Garcia will get the ball from a throw-in. Now it will go to Goodry. Goodry will commit a handball, and it'll be a free kick taken quickly. Buckley, great job there by Buckley to stop that free kick taken quickly.
Like I said, both teams competitive here, picking up the pace within the 10-minute mark in this second half. Physicality from both teams there, but Averett's going to have a free kick here now.
Now Lindbergh sends the ball over to Kuschel. Kuschel scans, Finds Joshua Garcia in the midfield. Garcia has no pressure, so he moves upfield. Now Weisgard back to Kuschult. Kuschult takes space, trying to look for Lehman, who just entered the game for the Cougars. As in go, will try to flick it over to Davis. And Garcia will leave the ball for a throw into Kuschult. Gets it to Kuschult. Buckley gets the ball in the midfield. Sends the ball across the field to Garcia with Leviel pressuring quickly.
Cougars been playing calm on the ball all night, passing around all lengths of the field, but now need to pass it more in an attacking presence to be able to get a ball in the back of the net.
Now Wumpini with a lot of speed, trying to get past Sanhura. Wumpini with the final efforts. Yates maintains the clean sheet as Wumpini gets around Sanhura with a lot of speed and explosiveness, but Yates holds strong.
Great save there, extending that leg to the lengths that he needed it to get to make the save, as that corner goes out of bounds. So now the Cougars will have a goal kick here.
Joshua Garcia will go ahead and take a seat for the Cougars as Hayden Brown, the senior, will enter the game for him. Sanjuro now sends it over to Garcia. Garcia trying to get the ball past the defender, but gets deflected and will go out of bounds. Now Garcia throws it in, trying to look for Haraba. Ball will fall to Buckley. Buckley sends the ball over to looking for Lehman, as in go will go up in the air and head it away. A bit of some physicality here in the last couple minutes with a little less than 6 minutes to go in the second half. Both teams trying to get up in the score in this final minutes. Now Lindbergh, Sanjuro heads it away. Ball comes down to Sawyer. Sawyer can't get the touch. Buckley pressures well with Brown. As Brown continues his pressure on Leviel. Leviel turns. Varela kicks the ball up, looking for an open player. And Garcia will kick it away into the backwoods. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Tigers. Throw-in taken quick. As Buckley gets a cleat on the ball, and it'll go out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick now.
Tigers threatening inside the 5-minute mark here. Cougars need to turn up on the defensive side of things to keep them from not taking the lead with not much time left here.
As the corner kick is taken, and it'll fall to Ngo. Ngo will take a touch. The ball will now come to Goodry. Goodry to Lehman. Lehman takes a bad touch. It'll still come to Buckley. Now Buckley sends a long ball over to Goodry. Goodry, it's a 3-on-2 as more defenders come. Now Lehman will have a chance on goal, but will be called offsides. Great opportunity there for the Cougars, as it was a 3-on-2 opportunity to score. As the ball will be put back into play by Hodges off of the free kick. Weisgard will get a head on that ball, sent in by Hodges. It'll go out of bounds, and Go will throw it in. Looks for Sawyer.
Big throw in there is Yates getting up. Great effort there. No offsides on a throw in, so Yates needed to do that.
Now Garcia finds Buckley. Buckley getting away from pressure, surrounded by defenders, as Garcia now sends a big ball over, looking for Goodry. Goodry with a lot of speed. Farmer brings it down. Now Sawyer boots it up, looking for Bowner.
Missed handball there by the referee. Now Tigers threatening as Yates makes another great save. Having a great night is the senior in goal for the Cougars. Now going to feed Kuschel. Kuschel on a run here. Like a steam engine, Kuschel there, but giving it up. Tigers now going to have an attack of their own going.
Now Umpini sends the ball into the box. Yates again!
Yates is on one right now.
Putting on an amazing show for the Cougars and the fans in the stands.
Great job by Tyler Yates all night long, leading this Cougars squad in that clean sheet department. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here, needs to hold it.
A corner kick will be taken here by the Tigers as it is sent into the box, and Huro trying to get ahead on it. And Declan Shaw will fight against Brown as the ball will maintain inbounds.
That's going to be a free kick there for the Cougars. Great job by Brown to be able to draw the foul. A couple subs being made now for the Cougars as well. Trying to get those fresh legs on the pitch with the 1:52 left on the clock here.
Now Goodry will get the ball off of the throw-in with Sawyer on his back. And now Kuschel trying to make something of it, sends the ball way upfield, looking for Starr, but Hodges recovers that ball. And now Farmer sends the ball over to go on the wing with Lehman pressuring.
Great job by Lindbergh. And the Cougars, oh, wow, going to call that one out of bounds. Lindbergh and Kuschel thought they did all they could.
And now in go, we'll throw it in for the Tigers with about a minute and 5 seconds left in the second half. As a penalty is called, Ansen Huro with a bit of a shove on Wumpini in the 9 seconds of this game. The official has absolutely no words for Sanjuro.
Yeah, that's really upsetting to see the ref. It's calling such a physical game all night long, and now under the 1 minute mark, giving a penalty to the Tigers. See if they're able to convert here.
As the goalkeeper Yates, who's had an incredible night so far, will face number 29 for Hampden-Sydney, Wumpini.
Wumpini on the PK here against Yates. 57 seconds left here in the contest.
As Yates saves the ball again off the crossbar. Yates does a great job of stopping that penalty.
As Videgaard picks up a yellow card there, but great job by Tyler Yates. Been a key piece all night here in the contest.
Tyler Yates absolutely having himself a night. Amazing saves, making sure the Cougars don't concede. holding Wimpini to absolutely no goals on the day.
So going to be a goal kick here for Yates with 44 seconds left here in the matchup, as that one's going to be punted off. Cougars have the momentum going their way here, as that one's going to be headed back and forth ping pong style. Now Wimpini on the ball. Almost can't keep his own balance as Goodry giving this one to Starr. Great move by Starr. Starr's looking for it. Starr wanted it, but gets bumped off the ball there. It's going to be a throw-in for the Cougars. 20 seconds left here. Big throw-in here for the Cougars. That one's going to be headed around and over the net with 10 seconds left here. Seems as though that will be the contest as the Averett University Cougars tie with the Hampden-Sydney College Tigers here on a homecoming Friday night. Great effort all around from both squads. Tyler Yates being a key piece for this Cougars defense all night long, keeping that score at 0-0. My name is Shane Mickle, and alongside me is Luis Martinez, and we will be right back. And we will be back on the Averett Sports Network another night.